it's definitely not looking good for Kanye. Mad people are basically looking at him with concern after his recent antics in Italy, where he was posted up, cheeks out for the world to see, apparently getting the slop top while on a boat, man. It could be a millionaire's dream, but it could be like activity that you'd see in Skid Row. You can't even lie, this is pretty much going downhill. It's crazy that he's basically went from the Louis Vuitton Don culture extraordinaire to walking around like a Skid Row resident, man. We gotta calculate the whole down and out vibe that Kanye West is giving and decide whether or not this is album promotion or if bro is really just losing his whole marbles, man. We're gonna tap into it right now, but before we do, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run to this video, man. Check out the merch link in the description at staysafeworld.com. Let's tap in. Kanye West is definitely going out kind of sad right now. I mean, like, people are basically looking at him like he's kind of crazy because he was spotted in Venice, basically riding like one of those famous boats, but with his cheeks out, basically getting slop top, and his wife was pretty much naked at the time in public. People were taking pictures of them and everything. It was definitely not looking good for bro, man. It's basically looking like activity that you see like some tweakers doing out in the streets in DTLA. I'm not making this up. It's crazy. Honestly, like, it sparked concern. I think Kim spoke on it, but you know, she just be speaking on stuff just for clout in the first place. But what if I were to tell you that it could have possibly just been album promotion? You know, because bro is already in a hole pretty much right now with the whole incident, chilling with Nick Fuentes, hating on Jewish people,
which was misdiagnosed by a, I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
All that craziness that he basically went through basically put him in a hole. You know, Adidas left him, they came back, then left him again. And pretty much he's like, I don't know, creatively, no one really wants to listen to his music. It's like a complete downshift since the Donda era, which definitely is not looking good. I mean, like, Travis really did him a major solid and basically shouting him out and giving him mad props and everything, taking his inspiration on his whole album. But at the end of the day, man, it definitely has me feeling some type of way that, like, none of these people that are super big that took all the advantage of Kanye's creativity are telling him like, yo, you're looking wild out here in public, like doing this type of stuff. Imagine if your younger family members, like your kids, see that type of stuff. Like, what are they supposed to think? That their dad's a whole tweaker? Like, bro's walking around barefoot, holding wine bottles like some medieval fucking beggar or some shit like that. I mean, the aesthetic is kind of crazy, but bro's feet looking mad charred on the bottom of him, man. Like, someone need to help bro out. Someone need to give him a care package. Bro looking crazy. It's weird too, because some days he'll look good and then some days he'll look terrible, and it's like, obviously he has some type of mental problem up there. But at the end of the day, if no one's gonna reach out and tell him like, yo, you're going wild right now, I mean, not that he's gonna listen, but maybe he'll take the words of like Travis or someone else close to him and say, yo, you need to chill out. But I feel like that's what everyone kind of does. They take advantage of him by just letting him do whatever, and then they distance themselves whenever he does something super crazy, and then they'll wait a little bit, and then they'll be like, yeah, once everyone forgets the last controversy, they'll be like, yeah, man, Kanye has been here this whole time, which is pretty sad. And it's just crazy to see that this digression has basically happened just over a short ass period of time, because Donda was one of the most anticipated albums when he was going back and forth with Drake last year, and everyone thought it was going to be fire. It did alright. I mean, it sold a lot. It sold 300,000, which is damn near more than like anyone else besides Drake has done. Drake hasn't even really reached the peak that he had until he was beefing with Kanye, you know, which is pretty crazy. Since then, he has not gotten any real level of album sales that he did when he was beefing with Kanye. So obviously Kanye's influence definitely made some type of difference. But the crazy thing is, now he's pretty much down and out, and his wife is giving him sloppy toppy. But you know, maybe that's just his dream, you know, to go out in the Riviera and get that dome ski. But you know, at the end of the day, it's definitely not a look that you want to like portray at all, unless he's gearing up to drop, because apparently he's gearing up to drop. and no one really wants to listen to it. But now people are going to want to listen to it because he's basically being as controversial as possible. But that's kind of what he's always been, like a provocateur, and that's his means and method to like really get people to like listen to his music, which, you know, at the end of the day, you live by that shit and you die by that shit. And last time he went too far. This time it's looking like he said, well, how can I go even further? And it seems like the way that he could go further is to, like, you know, crash out, walk around naked. Pretty soon he's going to get arrested for indecent exposure. Man, it's honestly crap. And you look at his wife, Bianca Censori, she's just down for it, whatever. She seems pretty chill. But then she'd be walking around doing the shit that he'd be telling her, you know, like, it's another thing. Maybe she wanted to be famous, or maybe she really loves him. It seems like it, to really get after someone after they had a whole scandal about being a white supremacist, even though they're black, you know, that's pretty crazy, you know. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Real stay safe shit. You already know what's going on, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.